start at the Emily check-in. You can get your pass or day pass over there. This check-in, there's quite a few spots for trailers. It's not like Arrowhead where you have 1 or 2 trailers and that's it. Emily Provincial Park is located on Pigeon Lake in the Kawartha Lakes, and it's about an hour and a half from Toronto. Peterborough is about 15 minutes from the park, and here you can visit the lift logs, and if you have kids, the Riverview Zoo is great and free. Of course, no trip to the Kawarthas is complete without stopping for some local ice cream at Kawartha Diary. So let's talk about Emily. There's 4 campgrounds in Emily Park. First campground is Cedars. This is non-electric and radio free as well. We have the Hilltop Campground, which is a mixture of electric and non-electric. There are some drive-through sites here as well. We have the Lookout Campground, which is the closest to the main beach, which is mostly all electric. However, there are some non-electric as well. And last but not least, we have Circle Campground. This is mainly all electric. There are some non-electric sites, and Emily is one of the parks that actually offers a couple 50 amp hookup spots as well. In addition to that, there is a playground for the kids. There's one trail, even though there are better options outside of the park. There's 2 beaches, even though I would argue there's really only one, because at the day use beach you currently cannot swim. There's 2 boat launches, one by the main beach, one at the other side of the park, and there is 3 group camping sites in total. So the good thing about Emily Park is it's a relatively new water fill spot and dumping spot. So there's 2 lanes with essentially hoses on each side. It is a threaded hose as well, so if you have that type of water connection, you can definitely use that. So again, there are hoses on each side, which is nice, so you don't have to wait for people to dump to fill up or vice versa. So this is our campsite. It's site 273 in the Circle Campground. There is highway noise, as you can definitely hear. It's a pretty big site. At Emily Park for cell service, it's not great. Down here at the end near the highway, it's okay-ish. But if you're serious about, joining Zoom meetings or team meetings, perhaps Emily is not the best place, but the sites are pretty big. There's half decent privacy. The main drawback is really the highway noise, but if you go further in the park, you don't have the highway noise, but again, you will lose some cell service, so keep that in mind. There's a radio-free section in Emily Park, but it's closed now. I'm not quite sure if it's due to the storm or maintenance or what's going on. Funny thing about the radio-free section is it's pretty much right on the highway, so if you want to escape the noise, probably the radio-free is not the best section for you anyway. The further you go from the highway, the more silent it gets. So we're at the main beach, even though I'm not quite sure if you can call it a beach, because as you can see on the warning there, you cannot swim due to high bacteria levels. So again, is it a beach? Is it not a beach? I'm not sure. But anyway, you can still launch your kayaks, canoes here. Now, this is on Pigeon River right here. It goes into Pigeon Lake, but it is a very weedy lake. So again, even if you could swim, probably not the best beach anyway to begin with. But it's good for paddling. Just keep in mind that you are sharing the river here with other watercrafts, powered watercrafts. So don't be surprised if a young kid just flies by you on a jet ski. Now, one of the main reasons why you can't swim here is because of the cobra chicken. Right there, there's lots of droppings here and the bacteria levels are just not good, so keep that in mind. But you know what, it's not bad for like a quick paddle or take your boat. There's a boat launch over there as well. There's a boat launch at the other beach as well where you can swim. So just off the main beach there are some barbecues, there are some swings here, so you just kind of want to hang out. You know what, it's not too bad of a spot here. So right behind me is the park store. This is where you can get your ice cream, your patches, your stickers, your firewood, your ice, and also your canoe rentals as well. If you do want to go for a paddle and you don't want to bring your own canoe or kayak, or you don't have one, you can always rent one here. So we're now at the boat launch. Now, if you're not camping, if you're not here for a day trip and you just want to launch your boat in the area, here's a secret tip for you. Right across the road there, see, there's a free public boat launch. So if your sole purpose is to launch a boat in the Pigeon River or Pigeon Lake here, you know, you can save yourself the 15 bucks or whatever it is and just launch it right across from the road here. But it is a pretty nice boat launch, and again, there is lots of docks you can tie your boat to. So, you know, you get what you pay for, so to say, versus free, I guess. It's definitely better than free, but you know, it's not free. It's okay as a beach. Again, it's pretty weedy. And again, if you want to rent a kayak canoe or you want to bring it, again, you are sharing it with folks like that. So keep in mind, certainly if you have small children, you know, kids are gonna be kids and they're gonna have fun. So keep that in mind when you get splashed or you get big waves. The thing is, they do grade the beach here. As you can see, it's freshly graded this morning. Now the other thing to keep in mind is, I'm not quite sure how safe the water is to swim now, but you can see that the water has not been tested. So, you know, before you jump in, kind of keep that in mind as well. Always check the signage and always check the link to the alerts on the Provincial Park website. Here's the link for the Emily Park. So right behind me here is another boat launch, so another spot where you can launch your boat or just your kayak or canoe. Back at the Circle Campground, and in the middle is where the comfort station is with showers and bathrooms. We are at the Trans-Canada Trail, so this is the entrance to the trail. So here's the full map. You can go all the way from Manila to Peterborough. We're right here, and we are going to the double trestle bridge.
Hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.
So we made it to the Trestle Bridge. The neat thing is right here, if you need to fix your bikes, there's tools. And here's the actual Trestle Bridge itself. So we're on the Trestle Bridge. As you can see, it's pretty high. Right now we are on the Trestle Bridge. You have a nice lookout over here. And a nice lookout over here. So about Emily. Emily is a local park to us. It's only 10 minutes from where we live, so we sometimes go here maybe once a year, once every other year, just because it's close to home. There's a nice little playground, which is great for the kids. The beaches are nothing special. The one beach you can't swim due to high bacteria levels. You do get highway noise. There's a park store. You can buy ice cream there. You can get rentals here. There is not much of a trail within the park. However, just outside the park, there's the Emily trail system, which is a nice trail system. You also have the Trans-Canada Trail as well. There's a Trestle Bridge, so you know, take your bike, go check it out there. Further, you are in the Kawartha Lakes, so you know, a day trip to Bob cupcake, you can get some Kawartha Diary ice cream is definitely there. The other thing is you're pretty close to Peterborough as well. There is the Riverview Zoo. The Riverview Zoo is free. The park itself, it's good for families. Again, there's a playground and there's lots of young families. So if you're looking for, you know, kids to play and, you know, have a good time, Emily is definitely the park for you. If you're looking for, you know, impressive nature, lots of trails to do, Emily is not the park for you. So if you're looking for additional parks to explore this year, why don't you go check out this video here where we explore the top 6 provincial parks in Ontario.